Okay, let's look at simplification of surd. Here we have two problems on board here. Root 162 plus root 32 minus root 50. The second one, root 300 minus root 75 plus root 12. Let's start solving the first one. Solution. To simplify these problems, we need to express these surds in their basic form. In their basic forms. We treated basic forms in the previous class. So I want to believe you'll not be having issues with that if we start doing that to these different surds. So the first surd here is root 162 plus root 32 minus root 50. Let's break this into a basic surd. That will give us root 81 times 2. This will give us root 16 times 2. This will give us root 25 times 2. If we put them in a different surdic form, here you have 81 times root 2 plus root 16 times root 2 minus root 25 times root 2. 81 will give us 9 times root 2 plus 16 will give us 4. The square root of 16 is 4. That will give us 4 times root 2. And the square root of 25 is 5 times root 2. Let's multiply them. 9 times root 2 will give us 9 root 2. Plus 4 times root 2 will give us 4 root 2. Minus 5 times root 2 will give us 5 root 2. Now we could solve further because they are in the same surdic form. Root 2, root 2, root 2. It's like saying 9x plus 4x minus 5x. So in this case, it is a surd number that we have here, which is root 2, root 2, root 2. So they are all of the same family. So we can add them. But assuming you have here root 3, and here you have root 2, and you have root 2. You can only work on these two. You can only subtract these two numbers. You will not subtract it from this root 3. Assuming here is root 3. You will not do that because root 9 root 3 will be different from the other numbers. But in this case, they all have root 2 as the number attached to them. So they are all of the same family. So we can add, we can subtract. So 9 root 2 plus 4 root 2 will give us 13 root 2. Will give us 13 root 2 minus 5 root 2. We can now subtract 13 root 2 minus 5 root 2. Our answer will be 8 root 2. That will be the final answer. So if we simplify root 162 plus root 32 minus root 50, our answer should be 8 root 2. So carefully follow the lessons, and now we arrive at 8 root 2. Let me solve the number 2 problem. Number 2 problem. We have there root 300 minus root 75 plus root 12. Root 300 minus root 75 plus root 12. So I'm going to express 300, 75, and 12 in such a way, in two factor forms, in such a way that one of the factor will have a perfect root. I know somebody's already thinking for 300 as 100 times 3. So that would be 100 times 3 minus, this would be 25 times 3 plus this would be 4 times 3. Now let's put them in their different sort form. This will be 100 times root 3 minus 25 times root 3 plus root 4 times root 3. This has a perfect root. This has a perfect root. This has a perfect root. The square root of 100 is 10 times root 3 minus square root of 25 is 5 times root 3 plus square root of 4 is 2 times root 3. So you have 10 root 3 minus 5 root 3 plus 2 root 3. They are of the same family. Root 3, root 3, root 3. So we can add, we can subtract. We can add, we can subtract. So 10 root 3 minus 5 root 3 will give us 5 root 3. 5 root 3 plus 2 root 3. 10 root 3 minus 5 root 3 gave us 5 root 3 plus 2 root 3. Now when you add 5 root 3 plus 2 root 3, you have 7 root 3. So our final answer is 7 root 3. So if you simplify root 300 minus root 75 plus root 12, the answer you get finally will be 7 root 3. So this is how you go about simplifying solved problems in this form. So see you in our next other class.